want to explain the concept of swapping belief system that I learned. Because when I was younger, like I read the books by Tony Robbins and I just read them. You know, like NLPs or Adam Khoo is a popular person in Singapore. I'm staying in Malaysia. So in Asia area, I thought, like changing belief system means just finding new evidence. But I realized that in this school of thought, there's a huge part of shifting belief system that's missing, and that's actually the emotional aspect of things. See, above a belief system, other than evidence that support it, is also layers of emotions that's keeping that belief right there. So if you want to truly release a belief system, the key is to release the emotion first, then only you swap a belief system in, and then actually like gather evidence to build up this belief system again. And this is also why, like, when like there was once in a trip this time, I actually went to a friend. She is a interesting friend of mine. She is a bit insecure with herself, and my opinion, this is just what I observe, may not be true, but my point of view. But anyway, so she has a lot of behavior that she does that others may find it like a turn off as a friend. Like she will beg for things, like she will say like, oh, can I have this? And then if you say not really, I need to use that, then she'll go like, please, come on, I'm a good friend, like it just makes people feel very uncomfortable around that. And when I bring it up to her, and that was the moment that, like when I bring it up, she actually felt she felt very sad. She was actually crying. And it's interesting because like I was just giving her feedback, but fundamentally what I believe where that sadness come from is that underneath all of this behavior, there is certain belief system that is there. All of us, my mentor arranged to say, all of us have a major context of how we view the world, and most of them we have one major negative context. Like for me myself is I am useless or I'm not good enough is one of them, because in an Asian family, it's a typical Asian stereotype. When I grown up, I get A, my parents will ask me why not A plus. I score 99, why not 100? I score number 3, why not 1? So there's the constant demand of not good enough. And while these things can sound very small for a child or a person growing up, it creates a lot of emotional impact. And similarly for her, underneath the belief system, maybe it's like I'm not wanted, or I need to if I don't get what I want, then I'm not loved. It may be something like that. So underneath all of these things are gonna be emotions that stack up. And until we release that emotion, and it can be many ways. Some people, they just do it like really cry or really just release their anger, or some people they just like, even when you reframe, people may also feel sadness living, or sometimes it's elation, or sometimes just joy. There is just emotions happening and being transferred out of our body when we associate a different meaning to things, or when we just consciously attempt to get the emotion out. And that's when we are able to swap this belief system a lot better. So another example is just like how see, I grew up with this I'm not good enough, right? So like 2 years ago, I ran a startup. Actually, yeah, 1.5 year. I ran that startup for like 1 year. And I have this friend of mine. He's a very dear friend. I appreciate that friend a lot. But he is a person who makes sarcastic joke a lot. Every time I make a mistake as a leader, he will make jokes like, oh my god, I might as well be the leader, or in that company we call it CEO. I might as well be the CEO. And I would feel very triggered. And I would have a lot of emotion running through my body. And at that point in time, I was not that aware of my emotion. I don't know this was going on, but now I can look back and I can realize that. Because underneath this layer of emotion, what I'm feeling, all of these triggers were because of one of the belief system that I have in the past, which is I'm not good enough. And when he says certain circumstances, even though logically I knew it was supposed to be a joke, but when I listened to that joke, I felt so offended. And like I wanted to so bad to just relax, to just be able to joke back with him, to just be able to, like come off with something and just have fun and not take it seriously. But I couldn't, because it was touching on one of the wounds I have. And it's like one of the beliefs that I have that stack up by layers of emotions of sadness and anger because of what has been stacked up over the years since young. So this is just the framework and looking at how to swap belief system. Once again, I just want to remind that there's no right or wrong. It is which one is more effective in creating change. And so far, this has been a pretty effective model that I found, that to create change, it can be a lot of ways. It can be like laugh until that, you know, belief system is swapped out. It can be cry or sadness or releasing that sadness and anger. But what I saw is that the emotion part always plays an important role, because one last example is, even if you can swap that belief, you can consciously in your mind repeat it over and over again. If the emotion is still trapped in our body, no matter what we do, we will still feel that same trigger. I can logically tell myself that, oh my god, it's just a joke, take it lightly, come on, calm down, take a deep breath, things like that. But the emotion is trapped in the body, it's not released, and that's why it's so difficult for me to just be present and enjoy things. So that's about what I want to share today, about one of the key to swapping emotion is the access. One of the key to swapping our belief is the access to our emotion. That's it. Take care. Have a great day.